Welcome to my channel. I want to begin with a simple question. Do you ever feel nervous or even a little embarrassed when you want to speak English, but the words don't come out? Maybe you know the word in your head, but your mouth stays quiet. Or maybe you want to say something simple, but you stop because you are afraid of making a mistake. If this has happened to you, I want you to know something important. You are not alone. Every English learner feels this at some point. But here's the good news. Speaking English does not have to be complicated. You don't need big, difficult words. You don't need long grammar rules. You just need real sentences that you can use every single day. And what do you find these sentences? The answer is easy in your daily routine. Your daily routine is powerful because it's real. It's your life. You wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work or school, you talk to friends, you come home, you relax, and you go to bed. These are normal moments, but they are also the perfect chance to practice English. If you can describe your day in simple English sentences, you will start thinking in English. You will stop translating in your head. You will feel more natural and more confident. So today, I will share with you 100 daily routine sentences in English. You can listen, repeat, shadow my voice, and practice step by step. And here's the best part. By the end of this video, you'll be able to describe your whole day in English from the moment you wake up in the morning until the moment you go to sleep at night. This is real English. This is useful English, and it's the English that will help you connect with other people in everyday life. Are you ready? Let's begin together. Chapter 1. Morning Beginnings. Waking up and getting ready. Morning is the very first part of your day, and it is also the perfect place to begin speaking English. Why? Because the morning is fresh. Your mind is clear, and every single thing you do in the morning can be described in simple English sentences. You don't need big words. You don't need difficult grammar. All you need are small, real sentences that describe your life. When you wake up and speak English, even for 1 minute, you train your brain to think in English all day long. So, let's practice together. Listen carefully and repeat after me. These are easy sentences about the morning. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I get out of bed. I stretch my arms. I am when I feel sleepy. I walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I take a shower. I dry my hair. I get dressed. I make my bed. I open the window. I eat breakfast. I drink coffee. I drink tea. I pack my bag. I put on my shoes. I am ready for the day. Did you notice something? Each of these sentences is simple, short, but together they tell the story of your morning. You don't need complicated words to describe your day. You only need sentences that are true for you. Now let's make this more real. Imagine this. You meet a new friend and they ask you, "What did you do this morning?" If you practice these sentences, you can answer right away. You can say, "I woke up at 7 o'clock. I brushed my teeth. I took a shower. I ate breakfast. I drank coffee. Then I got dressed and left the house." That is a full answer. That is real English. And you didn't need to translate. You just used the words from your own life. Let's practice together again. I will say a line. You can repeat it after me slowly. I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. I wash my face with cold water. I take a shower when I feel sleepy. I put on clean clothes. I eat toast and eggs for breakfast. I drink a cup of coffee. I check my phone before I leave. I put on my shoes. I walk out the door. Very good. These are natural sentences that you can use every day. Now let's create a mini story about the morning. Listen to my story first. Then try to repeat it one sentence at a time. In the morning, I wake up at 7. I lie in bed for a few minutes and think about the day. Then I stretch my arms and sit up slowly. I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth for 2 minutes. After that, I wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel awake. If I still feel sleepy, I take a shower. I dry my hair and put on clean clothes. Next, I make my bed and open the window. I walk to the kitchen and make breakfast. I eat toast with butter and drink a big cup of coffee. While eating, I look outside the window and enjoy the quiet. After breakfast, I check my phone, put on my shoes, and get ready to leave the house. This is a simple story, but it is powerful. Why? Because it is real. And you can make this same story about your own morning. You don't need to memorize my words. You just need to use your own routine. What time do you wake up? What do you eat? Do you drink coffee? Do you drink tea? Do you shower in the morning, or do you wait until the evening? Use your answers to build your own English story. Here's a small challenge for you. Imagine you're telling a friend what you did this morning. Can you do in English? Try right now. Close your eyes. Think about your morning. Then speak out loud in English. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't stop. Just speak. Say something like, I woke up at 6:30. I brushed my teeth. I had a shower. I ate bread and jam. I drank tea. I left the house today. That is all you need. That is real practice. And here is the secret. Every time you practice these small sentences, your confidence grows. One day someone will really ask you, what did you do this morning? And you will answer without fear. You will smile because you already practiced. That is how English becomes natural. So remember, mornings are not just the start of your day. They're the start of your English too. When you wake up, take 1 minute to speak in English. Say one sentence, then two, then three. Soon you will describe your whole morning in English. And that, my friend, is real progress. Chapter 2. Starting the day, leaving home, and going out. After the morning routine, it's time to step outside. This part of the day is important because it connects you with the world. You leave your room, your house, your quiet space, and you meet people. You walk, you travel, you see neighbors, you go to work or school and hear something powerful. Every small action you do could be described in English. If you practice now, you'll be ready to speak in real life. Let's start with some simple sentences. Listen carefully and repeat after me. I put on my shoes. I pick up my bag. I lock the door. I walk to the bus stop. I wait for the bus. I get on the bus. I sit down on the bus. I look out the window. I listen to music. I talk to a friend. I get off the bus. I walk to work. I walk to school. I say hello to my neighbor. I smile at people. Each sentence is small, but together they tell story. This is the story of leaving home and starting the day. You can mix and change the sentences for your life. If you drive a car, you can say, I drive my car to work. If you ride a bike, you can say, I ride my bike to school. If you walk, you can say, I walk to the shop. Now, let's add a little more detail. I put on my jacket because it is cold. I wait for the train at the station. I read a book on the train. I listen to a podcast on my way to work. I check my phone while I wait. I talk to my neighbor on the street. I smile and say, Good morning. I buy coffee on the way. I carry my bag with me. I arrive at school at 9 o'clock. I arrive at work on time. Very good. These are all useful daily routine sentences. Now, let's make a mini story. Listen first, then repeat slowly with me. In the morning, I put on my shoes and pick up my bag. I lock the door and walk outside. The air feels fresh and I take a deep breath. I walk to the bus stop and wait. The bus arrives and I get on. I sit down by the window and look outside. I see people walking, cars passing, and children going to school. On the bus, I listen to music. Sometimes I check my phone. When I reach my stop, I get off the bus and walk to my office. On the way, I meet my neighbor. I smile and say, Good morning. Before I enter the building, I buy a cup of coffee. Then I walk inside and begin my day. Simple story, but full of real English. Now, let's imagine something together. Imagine you're telling a new friend about your morning. They ask, How do you go to work? How do you go to school? If you practice these sentences, you can answer easily. You can say, I walk to the bus stop. I wait for the bus. I listen to music on the bus. I get off near my office. I buy coffee and go inside. That is clear. That is natural. And that is real communication. Here's a small practice challenge for you. Close your eyes. Think about your own life. How do you leave your house? Do you walk? Do you drive? Do you take the train? Now say it out loud in English. Don't worry if it is not perfect. Just try. For example, I put on my shoes. I leave my house. I walk to the train station. I read a book on the train. I arrive at school at 9 o'clock. Excellent. That is your personal story. Now, let's add some role play. Imagine you meet someone on the street. They say, Good morning. How are you? You can answer, Good morning. I'm fine. How are you? They may ask, Where are you going? You can say, I'm going to work. Or, I'm going to school. Simple words, simple answers, but very real. Do you see what is happening here? You are not just memorizing English. You are living it. You are practicing sentences you can actually use outside. So here's the key idea. When you leave your house in the morning, think in English. Talk to yourself in English. Say, I am locking the door. I am walking to the bus. I am waiting for the train. These small sentences will make your English strong. And here's a final thought for this chapter. Leaving home is more than a routine. It's a chance to open your mouth and use English. Don't keep English only inside your head. Say it, speak it. Even if you are alone, even if you whisper, say the words. Each word is a step closer to fluency. Chapter 3. Work, study, and afternoon tasks. After the morning is finished, life becomes busy. Some people go to work, some people go to school, others study at home or take care of different responsibilities. No matter what you do in the afternoon, this time is a wonderful chance to practice English. Why? Because when you are busy, your brain is active. You're already thinking, planning, and doing many things. If you add English sentences to this moment, they stay in your mind longer. Even small sentences can help you feel that English is part of your real life. Let's start with some very simple daily sentences for work and study. Listen carefully and try to repeat after me. I go to work, I go to school, I open my laptop, I check my emails, I write notes, I study English, I read a book, I focus on my work, I take a short break, I drink water, I eat lunch, I talk with my classmates, I listen my teacher, I write homework, I finish my tasks. These sentences look small, but they are very powerful. They are the real actions of your day. And when you can say them in English, you start thinking in English naturally. Remember, fluency is not about knowing thousands of difficult words. Fluency is about using simple words again and again until they feel easy. Now, let's make this practice more real. Imagine you are your desk. Your books are open, or maybe your computer is in front of you. You're working or studying. Can you describe what you're doing right now in English? For example, I am writing. I am reading. I am studying English. I am working on my project. I'm taking a break. These are called present continuous sentences. They describe what is happening now at this moment. You can use them anytime during your afternoon to practice English in real life. Here's a little mini story for you. Imagine a student named Anna. She wakes up in the morning, gets ready, and goes to school. At school, she opens her notebook and listens to the teacher. She writes notes. Later, she talks with her classmates. In the afternoon, Anna goes to the library. She sits down, opens her book, and starts reading. She studies for 1 hour. Then, she takes a short break. She drinks some water. After her break, she studies again. At the end of the day, she feels proud because she studied in English and thought in English. Now, let's try many dialogue together. This is very simple, but it will help you practice real conversations. Hey, what are you doing? B, I'm studying English. A, what are you reading? B, I'm reading my notes. A, do you like studying? B, yes, I like it. C, just a few lines can create a real English conversation. You don't need to wait until you're perfect. You can already talk in English with simple questions and answers like these. And here's the emotional truth. Even if your afternoon feels busy, even if you think you have no time, just one English sentence can change the way you think. Imagine you are at work and you whisper to yourself, I am working. That is already English practice. Imagine you are at school and you say, I am learning. That is already English practice. These little sentences are like small drops of water. One drop seems small, but many drops together can fill a glass. And with time, they can even fill a river. So don't wait for the perfect time to practice. Your work, your study, your daily tasks. They are all perfect times to practice English. Every note you write, every book you open, every small task you finish is a chance to describe in English. And when you do this, you make English part of your life, not just a school subject. By now, you have practiced sentences for your afternoon. Working, studying, checking emails, writing notes, reading, talking with classmates, and even taking breaks. These may feel small, but they are the real steps toward fluency. Remember, the journey to English fluency is not about big jumps. It's about small steps, repeated every day until they become natural. So, next time you sit down to study, I want you to ask yourself, can I say this in English? And then answer with a simple sentence. I am studying. Next time you work, say, I am working. Each time you do this, you grow stronger in English. And that, my friend, is how you build fluency in the afternoon moments of your life. Chapter 4, Lunch and Free Time. After a busy morning of studying or working, the middle of the day arrives. For most people, this is lunchtime. Lunch is not only about food, it is also about taking a break, relaxing, and sometimes connecting with other people. That is why it is such an important part of your daily routine. And here is the exciting truth. If you can describe your lunch and free time in English, you will always have something to say when meeting a new person. Food is a universal topic. Everyone eats, everyone rests, everyone enjoys a small moment of peace. So by learning these simple sentences, you are also learning how to connect with anyone, anywhere in the world. Let's start with the most basic and useful sentences about lunch. You can say, I eat lunch at 1 o'clock, or I eat lunch at 12:30. You can change the time depending on your own routine. If you want to add more, you can say, I eat rice, I eat bread, I eat soup, I eat pasta, I eat meat, I eat vegetables. These sentences are short, simple, and clear. They describe exactly what you do. Remember, fluency begins with these small building blocks. Do not worry about long, difficult sentences. Start with what you really do every day. Another useful sentence is, I drink water or I drink juice. I drink tea. I drink coffee. Drinks are also part of lunch. And when you practice these sentences, you're training yourself to speak faster in English. For example, you can say, I eat lunch at 1 o'clock. I drink water. You see how natural that feels? 2 simple sentences, one after the other. This is how you can start speaking English more smoothly. Now, let's add some actions that happen after eating. Many people take a short break. You can say, I rest. I sit down. I check my phone. I listen to music. I watch videos. I read a book. All of these sentences describe free time activities that almost everyone does. And the best part is that these are real sentences from your life. You don't need to memorize complicated grammar rules. Just think about what you do every day and say in English. Here's a mini story to help you imagine. Listen carefully and picture yourself in the situation. It's 1 o'clock. I eat lunch. I eat rice and vegetables. I drink water. After lunch, I take a walk. I look at the trees. I listen to music on my phone. I feel relaxed. Then I sit on a bench. I call my friend. I talk with my friend. I laugh. I feel happy. Did you see how easy that was? A normal lunch break turned into a short English story, and you can do the same with your own life. Now, here comes a spike moment for practice. Imagine you meet a new friend. They ask you, "What did you eat for lunch?" How would you answer in English? Try it now. Maybe you say, "I ate chicken and rice," or "I ate pasta," or "I ate bread and cheese." Even a short answer is powerful because you are really communicating. You are not only practicing English in your head, you are using it in real life. Let's try a mini dialogue. Imagine this. Friend, what are you doing? You, I'm eating lunch. Friend, what are you eating? You, I'm eating soup. See how simple and real that is? These short dialogues can change the way you think in English. Now, let's not forget the emotional side of this. Food and rest are everyday topics. They connect people. They're the easiest way to start a friendly conversation. When you practice sentences about eating, drinking, and relaxing, you're preparing yourself for real conversations with strangers, classmates, or colleagues. Think about it. If you meet someone new, you can always ask, "What did you eat today?" Or, "Do you like coffee?" Simple questions like these can open doors to long, warm conversations. So remember this. Never underestimate the power of small sentences. I eat lunch at 1 o'clock. I drink water. I take a walk. I talk with friends. These are not only grammar exercises. These are real keys that will unlock your ability to communicate. And every time you practice them, you are one step closer to becoming confident in English. Food gives energy to the body, and practice gives energy to your English. Use both wisely, and you will see how much progress you can make. Chapter 5. Evening Routine. After a long day of work, study, or activities, the evening comes. For many people, the evening is a time to come home, relax, and spend moments with family or friends. And here is something very powerful. Your evening routine is not only about rest, it is also about reflection. It's the perfect time to look back at your day, think about what you did, and practice telling in English. 1 or 2 sentences every night can create a strong habit, and this habit will slowly change the way you think and speak. Let's start with simple, repeatable sentences. Listen carefully and try to say them with me. I come home. I take off my shoes. I put down my bag. I sit on the sofa. I rest for a few minutes. I talk with my family. I cook dinner. I eat dinner. I wash the dishes. I clean the kitchen. I watch TV. I read a book. I play with my children. I listen to music. I call my friend. I take a walk. I drink tea. I check my phone. I relax before bed. These are not big sentences. They are short, but they are powerful because they describe your real life. If you can describe what you do every evening, then you can start sharing real conversations in English. Now let's add a mini story. a slow narration of a simple evening. Imagine this. I come home at 6 p.m. I feel a little tired but happy to be home. I put down my bag and change my clothes. Then I go to the kitchen. I cook rice and vegetables. The food smells good. After that, I sit at the table and eat dinner. Sometimes I eat alone. Sometimes I eat with my family. After dinner, I wash the dishes and clean the table. Then I sit on the sofa. I watch a little TV. I laugh at a funny show. Later, I call my friend. We talk for 10 minutes. I feel relaxed. Before bed, I read a few pages of a book. Finally, I brush my teeth, drink water, and get ready to sleep. This story is very simple, but notice how it covers many sentences you can use every day. If someone asks you, "What did you do last night?" you can use these same sentences. Here's a spike moment for practice. Imagine you're talking to a friend in English. The friend asks, "Friend, what did you do today?" You, "I came home. I cooked dinner. I ate with my family. Then I watch TV and call my friend." See how easy it is. With just 4 or 5 short sentences, you can share your evening in English. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need long words. You only need simple, true sentences. Now let's practice a short role play. Repeat after me. Friend, what are you doing? You, I'm cooking dinner. Friend, what did you do today? You, I worked. I came home. I ate dinner. Now I'm relaxing. This small dialogue is enough to make real conversation. And remember, every evening you already do these actions. Cook, eat, talk, relax, read, sleep. That means you already have the material to practice English. You don't need a big plan. You only need your own life. Here's an emotional reminder for you. Evenings are the best time to reflect in English. Just 1 or 2 sentences every night can create a strong habit. Imagine finishing your day and saying, "I studied English today," or "I spoke English today." If you say this to yourself, you will feel proud, and tomorrow you will want to do again. That is how small actions build big change. So tonight, when you sit down after dinner, try to think in English. Say out loud, "I cooked dinner. I washed the dishes. I watched TV." It might feel simple, but this is the foundation of fluency. Remember, language grows from life. If you can describe your life, you can share your life. And if you can share your life, you can connect with people all over the world. That journey begins in the small, quiet moments of your evening routine. Chapter 6. Night and Bedtime. The day is almost over. The sun is gone. The sky is dark. And now it is time to prepare for sleep. Nighttime is very special because it closes one day and opens the door for the next. When you practice English at night, your brain remembers it better while you sleep. So let's talk about the sentences you can use every evening. These sentences are simple, but they will help you build a real habit. Remember, learning English is not about doing something big once. It's about doing something small every single day. Night is the best time to do that. You can start with very basic actions. For example, I take a shower. I brush my teeth again. I wash my face. I put on my pajamas. I drink a glass of water. These are easy sentences. They are short. You can say them slowly. Repeat them and even shadow them with me. Imagine you're standing in front of the mirror. You are brushing your teeth. At the same time, you say, I brush my teeth. You are not just doing an action. You're making the action alive in English. After brushing your teeth, maybe you like to relax a little. You can say, I read a book. I check my phone. I listen to music. I watch a short video. These sentences are simple too. Try to use the present tense. I read. I listen. I watch. The more you say them, the more natural they feel. Now, let's add a little mini story. Imagine this. You're at home. It is 9:30 at night. You finish dinner. You say, I clean the table. Then you take a shower and say, I take a shower. After that, you brush your teeth and say, I brush my teeth. You put on your pajamas and say, I put on my pajamas. Then you sit on your bed and say, I read a book. At last, you turn off the light and say, I go to bed at 10 o'clock. This is a full bedtime story about yourself. When you can say all these sentences, you can tell someone exactly what you do every night. Isn't that powerful? Here is a spike moment for you. Imagine your new friend asks, What did you do last night? You can answer in English. Try it with me. You can say, Last night I took a shower. I brushed my teeth. I read a book. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. Look at that. You just told a real story about your own life in English. This is not a textbook. This is not a test. This is you speaking real English about your real life. Now let's practice some I sentences together. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. I read a book. I check my phone. I set my alarm. I go to bed at 10 o'clock. Repeat them slowly. Feel how easy they are. The words are short, the grammar is simple, but the meaning is big because it is about you. At night before sleeping, you can also practice reflection. Reflection means looking back at your day. You can try to tell your day in 3 or 4 sentences. For example, I woke up at 7. I went to work. I ate lunch with my friend. I watched TV. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. That's it. Just 5 sentences. If you do this every night, your English will grow like a strong tree. Here is the emotional closure. When you could describe your whole day in English from morning to night, you are no longer just a learner. You are already a speaker. A speaker is someone who uses English to live, not just to study. Every small sentence you say before bed is like a gift for your future self, because tomorrow you will wake up and your English will already be stronger. So tonight when you go to bed, don't just think in your native language. Try to say 1 or 2 sentences in English. Tell yourself, I brush my teeth. I read a book. I am going to sleep. Then close your eyes. Let English be the last voice in your mind. And when you wake up, you will know you are living in English now. You just practiced 100 daily routine English sentences. But remember, these are not just random words. These are your words. They are your life spoken in English. Every time you say them, you're building confidence step by step. I want you to keep practicing every single day until these senses feel completely natural. Come back to this video again. Shadow my voice and then try to add your own details. For example, if you like tea instead of coffee, say in English, If you eat dinner at 8 instead of 7, say that in English. Make these sentences truly yours. And if this lesson helped you, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share your own daily routine sentences in the comments. I promise to read them. Remember, fluency is not about perfection. It's about speaking your life in English with confidence. Keep going, because I believe in you.